Hey cycling friends, James with Team Finish Strong. I'm down here in Duncan Park enjoying a nice quiet walk in the cool of the day. And you know, this is the perfect place to come and just walk and reflect on weighty matters of life, like what we're going to be talking about today. I think we can all agree that these are trying days that we're living in. If you watch any little bit of news, they don't have very much good to report on, pandemic aside even. But I won't go into all of the depressing details of the state of affairs of the world today. But what I do want to do is encourage my brothers and sisters this morning with a message from the heart, because I've lived through some of my own soul-crushing days. And I can tell you, there is hope on the other side of that. So for those of you who clicked on this video because you're at the end of your rope, I just want to encourage you a little bit from the scriptures this morning. And from my own life, I can tell you, first of all, Jesus knows your pain. Let me read you a little bit from Isaiah 53. Now, this is a book in the Old Testament written hundreds of years before Jesus was even born. I'm just going to read you a little bit here from that chapter, starting in verse 3. And it says, "He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. Surely he hath borne our griefs and carried our sorrows. Yet we did esteem him stricken, smitten of God, and afflicted. But he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. All we, like sheep, have gone astray. We have turned everyone to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all." Now, is that not a more beautiful picture of the life and sacrifice of Jesus than any place else I can find in Scripture? My friends, Jesus, according to Scripture, before he was even born, this was the load, this was the burden that he was asked to carry, the weight of the sins of the world upon his shoulders. And you know, in that time, in the Garden of Gethsemane, when he had that choice to turn aside, to turn away from what God his Father called him to do, he said, "Not my will, but thine be done." He was fully God, but yet fully human. In all the frailties and all the difficulties that we face and all the temptations we face, Jesus faced all of that in the garden, the choice to walk away from it all. But he didn't give up. He continued on, my friends, and he did what was probably the most hardest thing anyone on earth could ever have done, to take the sin of the world upon his shoulders, even though he was innocent, even though he had committed no crime, no sin. He bore it gladly for us. And why do I say gladly? Let me tell you, it says here in scriptures later on in the New Testament, it says that for the joy that was set before him, he endured the cross, despising its shame, and now is set at the right hand of the throne of God. You see, my friends, Jesus had joy that was set before him despite all that he had to go through. And he didn't give up because of that joy. Because of the joy he had with the Father before the foundation of the world, before it was even created, he had that joy and that fellowship with God his Father. And he was returning to that. And that was what he was looking forward to, my friends. You see, we can have many blessings here on earth. This is truly a beautiful place that God has created for us. But this mortal life was never meant to be everything that God has planned for us. You see, I believe, and Scripture says, that our best blessings are saved ahead for us in a place where it can never spoil or fade, where moth and rust doesn't corrupt. The best blessings, my friends, that God has for us are still yet to come. He's saving them for a time when they will never go away. So have that same joy that Jesus did, my friends, and be patiently waiting for the salvation that is yet to be revealed. And it will be revealed. Have faith, have patience, have courage, have perseverance. Our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. The day is coming, friends. The night is about to end and the day is about to begin. Be strong. Hang on. My friends, don't give up. Don't give up. Be encouraged this morning. Friends, stay blessed in the Lord and finish strong.